top, then you wouldn't hear cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. On third down, here's Walker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Returns, you will see that one from 87 yards away. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. Where do you see these guys going after, either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. The middle they run, it's Walker. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Taken from just outside the 30. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Now he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Lions at 10-4 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how our team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now this defense for the Lions, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Four yards remain for 2nd down. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. They'll set up to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Now it's Lockett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now they send him back to the drawing board.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And take it right on the 30. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets it up past the 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down at 4. They're going to look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
That's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
It's complete. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
it's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to head this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour? Yeah,
the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 173 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll set up a throw. Finding Walker complete. Touchdown! Kenneth Walker, 67 yards. And the Seahawks use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They run again with Walker. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Walker. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Seahawks, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been tell you the dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Sat through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, up in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess, this a heat check. Yeah, shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years, the vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. Then payment, the back end good. Got sense, but the act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics. Boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't down. Round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to rattle my enemy. And you rappers just on my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making the verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for, I just aim at ready to widow's peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. Then payment, the back end good. Got sense, but the act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
All right, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this. Gangsta Brazil.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew boom since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake dripping in silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not